Folsom Field in Boulder. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. It's the Clemson Tigers and the Colorado Buffaloes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Nestled into the gorgeous mountains in Boulder, Colorado, Folsom Field is a spectacular viewing venue for college football. The new coach has it rocking and rolling. Folsom Field continues to build on their tradition of the Buffaloes football team. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Buffaloes headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Running inside, it's Davidson. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
Jet sweep to the edge. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Porter. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Got 7 on that last completion. They might be able to take a shot on 2nd and 3. The run inside. It's Johnson. Defense all over him.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
On the run, it's Davidson. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Snapped it, and he has to have it. In traffic, it's Wesco.
I love the aggressive nature offensively there. It's 4th down, and you're going to try and go for it. And you have so much confidence in your quarterback to be able to make that play, come up with a good throw, keep the drive alive.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Hits inside. It's Davidson.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Driving forward, it's Davidson. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
They're about to snap it for the 10th time on this opening drive, but they need a conversion to keep the drive alive on third down. Drops back, it's Reynolds. Moves to his right. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
Straight ahead, it's Davidson. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Back's got it on the screen. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. Late hit on the quarterback gives this offense a free first down and some yardage. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. Give him 6. Touchdown, Tigers. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. He'll stop play momentarily for the injured Buff. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. From the gun, it's Simon. Breaks into the open. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
Running to the left. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. got it. Let's see what they have on third down. Trying to squeak through the pile. Got a little grass. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Colorado. He got a step and just dusted the field. The extra point here would tie the game.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Looking downfield, it's Reynolds. Out wide left, it's Moore. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Quick give. It's Davidson. Nice move to keep running. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. That holding call threw him in reverse. Now it's 2nd and long. Follows his blocks. It's Davidson. They knock him down right there.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Rush is on. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Simon. Enough to move the chains. At the 20, he's got space. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. And the Buffaloes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll run it. It's Simon. Touchdown, Bucks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Right side, it's Davidson. And how good is it for a quarterback to have a running back he not only can just dump it off to, but can actually be dangerous as a receiver?
Agreed, Reese. It's not just checkdowns or screens or swing routes or flat routes. This guy can get vertical. he can all of a sudden start stressing defenses in the second level. What a weapon it is to have this guy in your backfield.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Turning it on. The 50. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown Tigers. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
This option play puts so much stress on a defense because if the pitch guy ends up getting the football, there's usually only one defender left to make the tackle. If that guy doesn't get him down, he's gone. And that's what you just saw in that play.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Lewis to throw. Oh, he wants it all. He's got it on the right. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Buffaloes. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Escapes the pressure to his right. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it, so he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. The play fake. Oh, pressure's coming. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down in the gamble. definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
The Buffaloes calling their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Nothing says my offense stinks like punting on first down. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Colorado will go ahead and use its second timeout here. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Great place to start for this offense. They're testing the right side here. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense. Like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Left side, it's Moore. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route. There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Scanning the field, it's Reynolds. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a stat that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Inside 30 seconds to play here in the second quarter. They've got it 1st and 10. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Lewis. Makes the grab. It's Simon.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That one's not even close. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Throws to the tight end. Got a man in the middle. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. It's Lewis again. Rush right in his face. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Throwing, Lewis. Under pressure. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with a look at Marshall taking on the Boise State Broncos. And it's the Herd with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And that's now victory number 1 on the season. Hey, every journey begins with a first step, and this team will bask in the glory of this one for at least 24 hours.
See some running room. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. And the Buffaloes in the hurry-up. Running inside, it's Simon.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking for room, it's Simon. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis finds his tight end. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense, because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
The run inside. It's Gordon. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Working on the right. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
The Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The ride. There's a crease. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. And the Buffaloes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. All over him immediately.
And the offense, they're just trying to be physical. They're trying to run this ball in down close to the goal line. The defense, though, they are having none of it.
The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. Marches ahead. Touchdown, Colorado! That one will give them the lead. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn. And that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. The throw. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. In the backfield, it's Wesco. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Back to throw, it's Reynolds. Buying time to his right. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Cuts it upfield. It's Davidson. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson 1st down.
And you know what? The best 3rd down offenses don't get the 3rd down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a 1st down. Who needs 3rd downs if you can just pound it down their throat on 2nd down?
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Trying to get the corner. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
it's so hard to force fumbles. And when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Going to take a shot. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th down.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Catch is made at the 15. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Tight end now in motion. Looking for space. It's Simon. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 8 on 1st down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. The give. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter, you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Hits inside. It's Gordon. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. After swapping ends in the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Looking to the big tight end. Got a wide open receiver. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ballgame, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's changing the play. Here's Lewis to throw. Gets a hand in there.
Love the competitive nature by the defender on that play. That's just a 50-50 ball, and that defender swatted it away.
Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Out wide left, it's Gibson. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Quarterback will keep it. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
They'll move the wide receiver. Straight ahead, it's Gordon. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Third down from the gun, Lewis. Has it, and he will score! Touchdown, Buffs! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Looking to pass. It's Reynolds. Left side is Porter. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
At midfield, he's got room. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness. Once he's out in the open field, he shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Rolling right and going deep. Just gets rid of that one.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot and see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Escapes the pressure going right. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks. Clemson set up with another first down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Out wide left, it's Moore. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Looking for the edge. Now the pitch. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Looking to throw, it's Reynolds. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Find my matchups out wide. I love a matchup with my wide receiver. I like my guy better than yours. Quarterback finds the matchup. The wide receiver catches the football, takes it into the end zone for 6.
How about this? These guys are going for 2. He's looking to throw. He's got it for the 2-point conversion.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You can tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Long way to go on 2nd down. Changing the routes with his receivers. They'll send the tight end in motion. They want that clock to run. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Out wide right, it's Coleman Williams. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And they did everything right in this 4-minute type situation, trying to bleed the clock. First you get the completion, then you get the first down, and you stay in bounds. You could not execute that play any better.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. They've got a first down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
Second and long here. A give to Brown. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of